Your life is about to change so much in the most beautiful of ways. Oh my gosh. I get this reading is so great. So Pluto recently left Capricorn, and if you're watching this, that means you're meant to be watching this. So don't doubt it. Have faith, okay? And yeah, you are among us that have had a hard time while Pluto is in Capricorn, and things are about to change for the better. Things are really, really about to change for the better. So I will get right to it. I got lucky and I got good fortune when I asked about Pluto and Capricorn, right? I pulled these the other day and then I was told to wait. So I waited, and today I was told I was given the go ahead. So we have lucky and good fortune just to start off. And look at the shapes of these. Just keep that in mind, right? And then look at the shape of the next card I got, Earth. It fits right in. And I was thinking, okay, so I want to get my notes up, but Pluto was in Capricorn, so it was heavy. It was as heavy as Earth plus Pluto. So I mean, this is very non-scientific, okay? But so basically, Pluto was just keeping us restricted. It was keeping all of this good fortune, all of this luck up by Pluto, way up in space, right? And it was holding it there. And we would have to pull so hard to get it back onto the ground, right? So basically, our blessings were being blocked. We could try and try and try, and just nothing would actually change, or it would change very little. It was like very incremental changes. And now that Pluto has left Capricorn, and it's gone into this air sign of Aquarius, all of that heaviness is gone. And suddenly, all of this is coming crashing back down to Earth. So there is going to be a little bit of a ripple to begin with as that energy comes so quickly back to Earth. But the thing is, it's going to be here for us, available now. Finally, like it's not going to take us pulling and pulling and like oh my gosh, so much work to get the basic things that we need to live and to thrive. But we're getting everything that we need to thrive now, and it's not going to be that much difficulty. I also got, so I'll just show you what I got, and I'll go through my notes and tell you. So I got Sonusio from the alchemy deck. I got Aurum, right? I got Saccharum, sugar, and I got Chiron. Okay, and I'll go into all of these. I also got from the what is this called? It's the Sacred Geometry Activations. I got Heart Chakra, Authority, and Remembrance. So your heart is opening. I mean, the problems, the heart wounds that you've had over the past years that you've accumulated during this time, they are, it's not only just like releasing and letting them heal, but it's actively helping them heal. So instead of the universe kind of making things more difficult for you, which it wasn't intentional, it wasn't a punishment, it was just like this was the time we were supposed to be incarnated, so that's the time we had to deal with this, right? So but it's allowing all of this stuff to come back that we really, really could have used a while ago. So I wrote down fullness, chills, body and mind synced, emotional resonance previously lost. So I was listening to A Way Out by FKJ. It's a great song. I would really recommend it. And it gave me these chills, this whole body like sensation, this um, it's fullness, this life that rushed through me, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is what's been missing this whole time and while Pluto was in Capricorn, the entire time it was like this emptiness. And so I mean, that's part of me, that's part of my shadows, but it's like I really think that this emptiness is in the collective, whether it's, you know, more intense or less intense in mine, it doesn't matter. What matters is that that fullness is coming back. We're finally able to live and feel and really like savor the moment now. And it's going to take a little while for that energy to start coming back, but you should already feel a lightness. And if you don't, then I would definitely suggest like just doing some meditation, doing some somatic movement. Ask ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT anything that you need, like in your body, like if you have tension, and it will, and say let's do Feldenkrais and Bartenia. It will, oh my gosh, it is so effective. I can't believe it. So, and that is Aquarius. It's this new energy, this technology, this stuff that's really advancing us and helping us grow. Like like I've watched somatics videos for a long time and they really help, but I've never been able to talk. I've never had the money to talk to people, to talk to a somatics teacher to actually tell me exactly what I need to do. And it was like bam, bam, bam. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, like, and it was just that preview from the FKJ song the other day. It really has already started manifesting. So this might already be the case for you. You might already be manifesting some of your blessings that are coming in. And if not, then I would just suggest you doing things to really calm your nervous system, because your nervous system is what is has been kind of affected by this Pluto and Capricorn. It's really been causing some tension and some fear. Like we're constantly on a little bit of a like with that threat response a little bit all the time. So that is being calm. That is being, I heard forcefully calm. So Aquarius can be strong, and there are complications in with Pluto and Aquarius as well. But I haven't looked at them because they told me that it doesn't matter at this time. There, we can talk about it another time. What matters is the problems that are being resolved that happened, occurred, or were made worse by Pluto and Capricorn. I'm not an astrologer, so if it doesn't match up with the astrology, I'm sorry. This is what I'm getting, okay? So luck and good fortune have been circling, but couldn't ground, right? I have some really bad pictures. I'll show you. So there's the luck and the good fortune, and they were circling, and there's Capricorn and there's Pluto, right? And I remembered thinking there is a reason that we found out recently that Pluto has a little heart on it. It's a little pink heart. It is adorable. If you haven't seen it, go look on Google. Maybe I'll try to put it on the video right there if I can remember. But otherwise, just look for it. It is really beautiful, and it's really, I mean, how much more symbolic could a literal symbol be? So yeah, Pluto is, it's opening that heart chakra. Like the heart wounds that we've had are ending, and that's what's been causing with this authority and remembrance card. That's what's been causing these wounds to hold on with that Chiron card too. That's what's been causing these wounds to stay and to be really hard to heal, and for patterns that you've been wanted to change, and then you just find yourself doing them again. And like, you know, and that could be thought patterns, behavior patterns. It could be emotional patterns, patterns of your nervous system, as what makes you anxious, what doesn't. Everything is changing in a positive, lighter way. This energy is lighter, but it's fruitful, because we also, with that sugar, what I saw was that there was these clumps of sugar. So they're fleeting moments of joy that kind of happened during this Pluto and Capricorn, but they were few and far between, right? But now the sugar is being dissolved, right, with this how do you say it? Dissolution. This is being dissolved into the atmosphere, so to speak, our energy field. So we're able to constantly have that sugar around us and hold us and add sweetness to life, so that we are able to not battle anymore. We don't need to battle our shadows anymore. That's the thing. It makes it stops being a battle and it starts being a feast. It starts being a sharing of wealth with that Aurum card. It starts with being you finally feeling like you have an equal footing in life. And again, it's not going to happen immediately, because that energy is still coming back down to us, and it's going to be incremental at first, and then there's going to be a big crash where it just you'll have a really lucky moment, and it might last for a few weeks, and then the energy will even out, but that sugar is going to stay there. It's going to stay there. It's just that the crash, it might even be like a tower moment, but a good one. I'm hearing. Before I did the reading, I wasn't sure, but I felt like that tower moment. Which, if you don't know the tarot, the tower is when it's the tower card where it has bad foundations, so it crashes. Think 9/11 kind of. And so, yeah, God, what an example. So there might be some things like that that are happening because of the technology, because of the freedom that Aquarius is bringing. There's going to be some difficult things along the way, but we're going to be able to handle them so much better. This Chiron being surrounded by all these positive cards, that's healing. That's healing. You're no longer trying to please people to become like to feel loved, because you're going to feel loved within yourself. But you're not only that, but they're going to be people who truly, truly, authentically love you and love you for who you are, whether they be friends or something else, that are going to be there for you in the way that you deserve for them to be there for you, not just in superficial ways. And you're going to actually be able to tell them things, not just tell them some of what's happening because you know that they're going to judge you. No, they're not going to judge you, and you're going to know that there's always going to be boundaries, but it's like it's just that the people that you meet are going to be more on your wavelength, so that even in difficult and tough times and in easy times, it doesn't matter. You guys can share something meaningful, and it doesn't feel like there's that much judgment, right? We're human, we have judgments, but you work through it. It's easier. There's that sugar in the air. You work through it so much more easily. I was so happy to see this reading. And the reason why, like, I even shared it was because of that feeling I got when I listened to FKJ with that. I just felt it again as I touched my heart. So this heart chakra is activating so strongly. If you don't feel it, you really need to learn how to drop into your heart and just feel around in your heart space. Literally just feel it. What does it feel like around it, inside, like, and just take time every day, just like a few minutes. It doesn't matter what you're doing, just to drop into your heart space. And also another great activity is to do that when you have a question, when you need to get in touch with your intuition. And a yes can you generally is like an expansion, and a no is a, a compression sort of feeling, but it should be comfortable, like when you're asking your heart that. But it's our guiding light, and it's something that I personally have had struggles with connecting to it, and I've had to do it so intentionally. It's been such a struggle, but I now it's like I already feel it, that easing, and it's like it's getting to the point where I can connect to it easily. And not only that, but I get a little bit emotional, and like things have been coming up, like even traumas have been coming up, but instead of like pushing them away, I just naturally, I just was like, okay, I'm gonna cry. And so I did, and I did, like, and before it would have been hard for me to cry. So that's the kind of energy, like this just I don't know, I think you can imagine, but it's a frustrating energy that this was. So and here we have it moving into Aquarius, and you see the guy now, he's standing on the earth symbol, in the luck symbol, in the good fortune symbol. And I did see those tears on the good fortune symbol, and I was like, okay, but there are tears. Oh, but I just mentioned that. Cry it out. Cry it out. It is the time to cry it out. Whether you feel like crying or not, this is the time to get in touch with the parts of yourself who need a good cry, because you're going to feel better afterward. It's going to be worth it. To allow yourself a little bit of pain is going to be worth it. And honestly, it's going to teach you that allowing yourself that pain for a few moments, totally allowing it, being totally open to it, means that it's not going to stick around, and it's not going to hold on to you all the time, right? Like, instead of that dull ache all the time from whatever it is that you're grieving over, which, by the way, grief is a lot more common in our lives than we think, even if you haven't lost someone, which most of us have. That there's grief for so many things, and if we don't deal with grief, it will linger, and it is so insidious. And Pluto and Capricorn held that grief there so toughly. So right, if you've been dealing with grief, dealing with grief of self, of past selves, of people, of things, of places, of situations, it's it still sucks. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but it's just easier to deal with. I think I've yeah. So the earth energy of Capricorn meant that the luck and fortune stayed grounded in the heavens, never coming to earth, is what I wrote. Aquarius allows that energy to have balance, to take root. I did see roots. I don't know if I wrote it down otherwise, but basically, I put it in my other reading, but I'll repeat it here. That there's two seeds that are being planted. One's the healthy masculine, one is the healthy feminine, and a lot more of the feminine than before. And they're coming together, and they're sprouting into one tree. I'm getting like a lemon and an orange tree, so they create like a perfect balance between sweet and sour. So there is that sour still, but it's just there's sweetness there. There's sweetness there all the time. Standing on the fertile ground of fortune. Right, yeah. The tears of the past and are nearing their end. This transition period holds many shocking moments of change. There will be shocking moments of change, like I said, the tower moments. But I really do think that even if there are some difficult moments that come from this ripple as these energies coming crash down, I don't think they're going to be. I think there's only a certain level of difficult they're going to be for most of us. I can't say that for everyone, but for most of us, but it's not worth being afraid of, because it's not going to do anything that would make it really hard for you after. Does that make sense? Like this sweetness is around, so it's going to be around. Okay, it's not going to linger for a long time. The tears of the past, and yeah, yeah, okay, I said that the sudden permission for goodness to leave space and get caught in your gravity means that they may crash down quickly. Okay, but also that idea of permission, we need to give ourselves permission to take up space, to have the feelings that we have. We need that. This is the time where we're giving ourselves permission to do that, and that is the allowing, the intending, the inviting, and the allowing. Intend, invite, allow. Intend, invite, allow. Don't force. You don't need to. It's coming regardless. If you want it, you'll have it. The manifestations are just going to come so much more easily. The water boils for the vapors to be set free. Oh, I don't remember what I was thinking about that. The water boils for the vapors to be set free. The small parts of it. But that is the earth to the air energy. It's as if I'm seeing there's things in the vapor. It's like the vapor. Oh, it's like I'm kind of getting when you put essential oils into some warm water and it makes your house smell good. It's like that. It's like, I guess that's the sugar thing I mentioned there. And then I got holy vapors, and then I got, okay, holy smokes, surprises. There's gonna be big surprises, good revelations, sweet ones. And you're getting your authority back. Like, you're getting your authority back. Responsibility is no longer gonna feel like kind of an oppressive thing. Like that, oh my gosh, I'm burdened by all this responsibility. Like everything is up to me. Like, no, you're gonna feel supported. Everything is up to you ultimately, but you're still going to feel supported. So it's not going to be like such a jail cell that you're trapped in. It's that Eight of Swords moment, but like, I don't know, maybe it's reversed or something, where the ropes are coming undone because she realizes they were mental all along. But in this case, they weren't quite mental. They were energetic, right? Love, where love feels lacking, it is restored. So if you felt lack in your love life, lack in your friendships or your family life, that is being restored. Okay, there's going to be a new injection of energy here, whether it be new people or just new attitudes. Maybe other people are healing themselves as well, and that's no doubt, it's true. There's definitely healing energy here for everyone, right? So people are healing, so it's going to be easier to get along with people, but we can't count on that. Obviously, we can't count on people just healing for us. It's not for us, it's for them, and that's what we want, right? Because if it's not for them, it won't work. Just like if it's not for us, it won't work. So we're healing for us, they're healing for them, but that means we're co-regulating, and we're allowing each other to heal each other. But that means we have to be healing for ourselves in order to heal each other. You know, it has to come in that order. But it does come. It does come, and it's not something to be ashamed of or let the spiritual community tell you it's not the right thing. No, because we have people in our lives. We are social creatures for a reason. We are social creatures for a reason. We are all one, and we are meant to be helping each other. That's why I'm here. I mean, I don't get that many views, and I don't make any money from this, so that's why I'm here. And that's why I like to do it, because I like to help people. And I feel like you do too. We all like to help people in different ways. And also, you know, there's shadows connected to people, to helping people. Maybe like this is a way for me not to be pushy for other people whenever they have problems, because I know I'm picking up the problems, and I'm just like, I want to tell you. So this is a good outlet for me. So what's your outlet? what's your outlet for the way that maybe there's a shadow connected to other people and how you interact with them or how you want to help them. um, so because sometimes people do need unsolicited advice. I'm sorry, they do sometimes, and that's a hard pill to swallow, and it's a hard balance to get to, because they're most of the time they're not going to let you know that they needed that. They're usually going to tell you that they didn't. So you just need to remember, it must be something that you are sure about, and only then. And then even then, if it's going to cause problems, then don't do it. But at the same time, like, there are people who need to hear that advice, and nobody else is going to tell them. Nobody else has the heart that you do to tell them something that is they need to hear directly, right? So it is a hard balance, and 2:22 on the clock. Wow, hard balance too. Wow. Okay, they're saying no, it's going to be an easier balance. It's going to be an easier balance. That was the point. So they said my ego kind of got in there a little bit. How so? Just that I was carrying it to, like, the difficult side, where my shadow is, I carry it to the difficult side, where it doesn't always have to be. It does go to the difficult side sometimes, right? Yes, but it's, in this case, it's really not. The balance is going to be easier to find. Oh, that's so interesting. Thank you, Spirit. The lessons learned in Capricorn will only extend for those who had no intentions or dream will only extend for those who had no intentions or dreams of changing internally. So I've heard a few readers, and this is good insight, right? That if you didn't work on yourself during Pluto and Capricorn, not at all, like, well, it seemed to me, what I was thinking is, like, if you didn't succeed in all the lessons that you were supposed to learn, I thought that I was like, okay, I'm effed, because I know I didn't learn all those lessons. I was trying at the end there, like, oh my God, I didn't realize this until the end, that was the case. But no, they reassured me of this, that it was only, like, even if you were a little lazy about it, but as long as you intended to work on yourself and you did it a little bit, even if you didn't get that much progress, that's all that they wanted. That's all that they needed for this. So, but if you didn't, which nobody here didn't do that, everybody here was working on themselves in the past years. It's just, it's a fact. I know that. So nobody here is going to be learning that lesson, but it's good to know for other people, in case you're wondering, like, why is this person still having these problems? Is because they never intended to work on themselves to begin with. So that's a good way to maybe even find somebody's character. And I would never say that usually. That is something I really I just channeled. I really wouldn't usually say that, honestly, because I don't like that kind of judgment, because we never know what's going on in somebody's heart. But that's what they say. It's not about judging their character. It's about judging their character for who they are for you. So it's not about if they're a bad or a good person, because truly you don't know that. I don't know that. You don't know that. There are times where I feel like that's a bad person, but I truly don't know that. But I do know that with the way they're acting towards me, the way they're acting towards you is not good. So it's not healthy, and it's not something that you need to tolerate, that I need to tolerate, or whatever. So that's what it's about. It's not about judging who they are. But this, if you notice after a few months that somebody's life that you know is not changing, and they're probably already somebody who's toxic, to be honest, then it's not going to change for them. Not easily. They're going to have to keep pulling, just as if Pluto stayed in Capricorn. But for you, you're good. So if you've heard that message, this is a reassurance. You don't have to worry about that. The best is yet to come, they said. The best is yet to come. They really wanted to put an emphasis on that, because, like, I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. This energy that I got, it was for me too, and for you, it's for the collective. And it resonated deeply with me. And I just, oh my gosh, I just knew that this was, oh my gosh, because I asked for the collective, but it resonated so deeply with me that I was like, oh my God, this is real. Like, I'm not just feeling it for me, but I'm feeling it for all of you. And that means also our psychic abilities are coming online. If you've been working on your intuition, you're going to see some results soon. If you haven't already, you're about to see some results. Okay, they're coming. If they're not here yet, they are coming. But they probably are already here, but you just need to pay a little bit more attention. And again, your nervous system stuff that I have on my community profile, I mention that every time, because just in case there's new people, it will help you. Doing some ear pulls. I noticed some people doing some ear pulls on YouTube on some readers. So I'm so glad y'all are watching. And yes, doing some ear pulls is a great way to regulate your nervous system. I'm going to do it right now. And just do one ear at a time so that you can hear me. And you just kind of rub on the sides there, and you can just follow what I'm doing while I read. Okay. So dots on a chalkboard. I don't know what I was thinking. Dots on a chalkboard. I don't remember. I truly don't. But maybe it means something for you. Find the light of the lantern. The lantern is already burning. Now the veil has lifted, and you are free to find it. So it's like, oh yeah, it's like you were looking for the lantern, and maybe you saw the flicker of the lantern and you ran toward it, but every time you ran toward it, it was like it would go too far away. So the only times you could ever run toward it were when you were totally prepared, when your breath was good, your body was in shape, like you had no tension. It was just like you had to be in a perfect state to catch up to that lantern. But now the lantern is coming to you, and you can get the lantern if you want it. So of course, we always still have a choice, but the choice is easier to make now, right? So dissolution, reverse the anchor. So I kind of imagine this as like this concept as kind of like the reverse of the hangman in a way. So it was like an anchor of a boat, but it was, instead of being solidly down on the ground, it floated up towards Pluto, and now it's like it's flying back down towards Earth, right? So it's still in space. Okay, and then so on my community tab also, I posted something from Star Trek Discovery, which is a good show. And the third episode, I think, is called Context is for Kings. And she says, she mentions, sometimes life doesn't adhere to logic. Sometimes down is up. Sometimes up is down. Sometimes when you're lost, you're found. And I flipped out. Another reader mentioned that yesterday or day before yesterday on a reading, and I was like, oh my gosh, she got the same line as I did. How incredible is Spirit with that? How incredible is that? I'm so amazed by some of you guys that I know most of them don't like to comment, and that's totally fine. I get it. But I am so grateful for you guys who do watch me, who also are readers. I'm so grateful for everyone, but especially the readers that I admire so much, and you guys watch my videos. It makes me feel really great. Thank you so much for watching. So anyway, the gravity tugged upward, taking the gold of joy and abundance, the sweetness of love, and calm with it. So I guess I kind of already explained that. I guess I didn't put the gold part in there, but the gold is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's also the abundance. So it's not just emotional abundance that's coming to you, but abundance. And again, it's going to take less work now. It's going to take less work to make as much money, and only not for everybody. Because again, about that working, a lot of people don't work on themselves. They don't even care to. They don't know how to do that. They don't, like, people might try to tell them and they don't resonate with it. So, but like they don't have that goal. But if you just having the goal is all you needed, right? So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me in a comment down below what you think about this and what you think you're getting. Affirm it. Say in the comments, set the intention with me right now. So usually when I set an intention, I like to set it out loud, say it out loud, excuse me. So set it out loud. What's wrong with me? They said let that go. Okay, let that self-criticism go. Okay, so I intend to let the self-criticism go. So mote it be. Say it with your chest. Maybe I could say, I intend to let that self-criticism go, so mote it be. Say it with your whole chest. And spirit responds to that. It's not disrespect. It's saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And that's what spirit wants from you. So yeah, tell me what your intention down below. If you want one of your intentions, one of them that you would be willing to share, if you're willing to share any of them. Remember that although if you saw this reading is for you, but just to let you know, the more you like, the more you comment, the more you do things like that with my stuff, the more you're adding your energy, creating this energy exchange, which allows these readings to resonate even more deeply with you. Okay, so and so I'm even known for very occasionally reaching out on a comment and giving a little mini reading about whatever I'm being told to, because sometimes y'all's ancestors are very, very like, hey, I need to let them know something. So, but I have to have boundaries with that. So it's just very, very rarely if it's needed. So we have the Azure Vault, by the way. I'm just gonna pull one or two more cards, which is like, it is it is the dream. It is this Neptunian vibe, which can be a little bit unclear, but it is the dream, the actual dream, not the nightmare, the dream. And then we have iron. It's iron. Okay, right now they're ironing out energetically the creaks, the folds. I don't know, are being ironed out. The wrinkles are being ironed out. Sorry. And with that, this dream life, the joy that you've wanted for so long is coming. It's coming. Oh, I forgot to say, this was on the bottom of the deck. So this is for you if you stayed. First we had, I don't remember if it was alchemy or magic first. It was magic, right? So alchemy, right? And belief. So first message I get that is, you are magic, you are an alchemist, your manifestations are coming, believe it, believe it. But not only that, there was one interesting detail about this Pluto and Capricorn with that gravity sort of metaphor here. And that was that the manifestations that you put out, maybe the spells that you did, the stuff, all of that stuff, if you never got a return from that and you think you did it correctly and there's no reason why you shouldn't have it by now, and you worked for it and you did all the things, it was stuck. It was stuck up there, and it is coming now. So just know that if you have made manifestations that were a while ago, you might want to work on the ones that you don't want anymore. Just like send out a reversal. Just light a candle. Do whatever you want. I intend not to get that manifestation. If it's a manifestation you don't want, that would be important to do now. But also for the manifestations that you feel like you should have gotten a while ago that you really still want, they're coming. They're coming. Believe it, because that belief is going to help them come more clearly and without as much convolution, I'm hearing. Okay. So that's just I'm really glad I didn't forget that. That's a really important aspect of this. So let's just get what's on my friend here's mind, and what could be helpful right now. What's on the viewer's mind? What can be helpful right now? One card for each one. Knight of Batlets. So Knight of Swords is on your mind. So for some of you, you said something that was a little bit impulsive recently, that you're a little bit, you're just kind of like, you might be feeling a little guilty about, or maybe somebody else was rude to you. And I'm not saying you were rude, but whatever, somebody was impulsive towards you, one or the other, just take it as it resonates. And somebody's feeling guilty about it now, and another person's feeling quite upset about it. So, but they might even be silent about it, which is unlike the Knight of Batless, but I just kind of feel like maybe they're being silent about it, but when it comes out, it's going to come out strongly. Yeah, the Emperor. So what you can do about it is nothing. There's nothing you can do about this situation, and that's okay. That's all you need to do is nothing, because it'll resolve itself. It'll resolve itself. Anything else we should know about this? Yeah, it's Nine of Cups came out. It's going to resolve itself. You're getting your wish. In fact, it's going to come out better than what you thought. This is it's an example of the energy here. It's an example because maybe this impulsive moment that you thought was going to screw you over, maybe it came before Pluto left Capricorn, and you thought that it was just going to be the same old energy. But what's going to happen is you're going to release control. You're going to surrender, and that's what you're going to do for all of this stuff. You need to work on surrendering, right? And you're going to get what you want there. And it's going to be just a prime example of exactly what it means, all this difficult stuff. And it's going to use a little situation and that's not so intense, or maybe it is, or maybe it's just more recent in your memory, that will show you exactly what this energy means and how it's true for you. So just believe that this is true for you, because it is. I mean, I have felt strongly about a lot of readings, but this one I probably never felt more strongly about. Truly. It's true. It's really true. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy for me. I'm happy for us. I'm happy for the collective. Please stay positive. Please, but also stay authentic. express how you feel, and just stay in your heart, guys. Stay in your heart. That's what I'm trying to do. So I love you. I thank you, and I'm honored for you to have watched. See you next time.